Paulo Coelho quotes about sex. During sex, it is very difficult to deceive the other person because that is when each person shows who they really are. Sexual energy comes into play before sex even takes place. The greatest pleasure isn't sex, but the passion with which it is practiced. If two bodies merely join together, that is not sex, it is merely pleasure. Sex goes far beyond pleasure. In sex, relaxation and tension go hand in hand, as do pain and pleasure, shyness and the courage to go beyond one's limits. Men and women whisper to each other because they have turned a sacred gesture into a sinful act. If two bodies merely join together, that is not sex, it is merely pleasure. Sex goes far beyond pleasure. How can such opposing states exist in harmony together? There is only one way, by surrendering yourself. Because the act of surrender means I trust you. It is not enough to imagine everything that might happen if we allowed ourselves to join not just our bodies, but our souls as well. Let us plunge together, then, down the dangerous path of surrender. It may be dangerous, but it is the only path worth following. Sex has come to be used as some kind of a drug, in order to escape reality, to forget about problems, to relax. And like all drugs, this is a harmful and destructive practice. If you live your life intensely, you experience pleasure all the time and don't feel the need for sex. Love was necessary if one was to experience pleasure in bed. Anyone who is observant, who discovers the person they have always dreamed of, knows that sexual energy comes into play before sex even takes place. Anyone who is in love is making love the whole time, even when they're not.